We getting over this hump together. That's me, Evangelist Angie B., Amazon International #1 best-selling author, mother, daughter, sister, friend to some, entrepreneur. Angie B. is a mental health advocate, a motivational speaker, an ambassador for alopecia awareness, and media personality. Hello, everyone. I am the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B., and I'm honored to be here with you, a domestic violence survivor. She has endured physical and mental trauma and shares her testimonies around the world. Recently named by Contessa's Court, Women in Business 2023, we've been over some humps. And we getting over this hump together. Let's get it started.
Sitting here all alone, no one to pick up the phone, and it's just me. The problem that I have to face is staring me in the face, and it's just me. No longer will I try to hide the demons that I've locked inside, for they're wearing me down, way down. I'm falling. I need you to catch me, 'cause I'm falling and I can't get up. I'm falling and I can't get up. I'm falling and I can't get up. Falling and I can't get up. I'm staring in outer space. I'm lost without a trace, and there's nowhere to run or hide. No longer will I fear. I'm finally facing my fears, 'cause I'm all straight out and cried out. I'm falling. Why don't you catch me? 'Cause I'm falling and I can't get up. 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 I'm falling. I need you. can get up. Knock and it shall be open. Seek and you shall find. Call his name, Jesus. Say it now. Knock shall be open. Seek and you shall find. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Knock and it shall be
Honest when you say me for what I'm running from. Sometimes I'm scared that I'm not worthy of your love. Lord, here's my issues. I'll step aside.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Swan. I'm Angie B's favorite son. She'll just say blue-eyed son, but we know the truth. I'm taking over this week. The plan was for us to co-host together, but I had to give her a break this week. As you just saw with the last video, Bearded Villains here in Jacksonville, we're a local chapter, local nonprofit. Every first Sunday of the month, we join up with Monster, his MC, his motorcycle club, No Low Riders. There's a few other MCs that come out there and work with us as well as regular volunteers. We go out every first Sunday of the month. We help feed the homeless, give them clothing, give them jackets, shoes, socks, underwear, personal hygiene items, and we feed them. We give them some packaged food that lasts them a couple days to a month, and we also provide them a hot meal. Your donations would go to the Bearded Villain side of it, and what we are doing is we've taken over the food part. So we are responsible for providing a hot meal, providing packaged foods, things of that nature. So if you, next time you see that commercial, take down that Cash App or that PayPal, and please just send us even $1. Everything helps. Now to get into it. Surprise co-host. Who's here?
Surprise!
So,
it's me.
So let me get this straight. You love me so much and you miss me so much that you had co-host with me?
I heard you might have needed a little assistance.
I mean, I'll always take the assistance, except for when I'm fixing things in your house. When I'm at your house fixing stuff, just get out of my way.
Gladly.
Just like I get out of your way when you do your stuff. When you cooking, I'm out the kitchen.
Yep. Hey,
So
you got that understanding.
I see we've got two people that we're gonna bring on here today. Talk to. You ready for it?
Yeah.
All right, let's bring on the
do
crew.
it.
How you ladies doing?
Hi, we're doing well.
Hello.
Very well. Hello.
So tell me, what are your guys' names? And I guess you guys wrote a book. What's the book about?
My name is Sister Tina Batten. I'm co-author of our book together, The Prayer Warrior. And I'll let Tracy go ahead and introduce herself.
I'm Tracy Wooden Carlisle, and I am the second half of this duo for the Prayer Warrior.
And what is the book about?
So the Prayer Warrior is a Christian fiction. Some call it a fantasy, but it's a supernatural about a school counselor who counsels everyone, students and staff alike, during the day. But at night, she goes into dreams, and she wars in the spirit for those students and the staff and the school as a whole.
Okay. So I see you guys are coming to Kingsland, Georgia. You're gonna be introducing your book to us.
Yes, one half. So that'll be me. That's part of our backstory. So I'm on the East Coast and Tracy's on the West Coast. And it took us over 2 years and over 2,000 miles apart to complete this project, right? So whenever there's virtual book, or even now, since everything is opening up, so I'll represent the East Coast, and my girl over here will represent the West Coast. So so it'll be me. I'll be there in Georgia next month, representing us. When you see me, you see her. You see her, you see me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how did you guys team up to write this book?
Ooh, that's a good. Okay, so let's see. What should we start? Okay, I'll start and then you finish. Okay,
and
Tracy?
that's the cover of your book?
Yes.
Yes, that's the cover of our book. Love it. Love it. It's available where all books are sold, and we also have the ebook now and audio book. So yeah, we're super excited about that. And what else did you ask me?
How we got started.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So the Prayer Warrior is from a dream. Actually, part of it is from a dream that I was sitting on for a little while. Knew I wanted to do something with it. But I just never, because I'm so busy with films and all this other stuff, that it really didn't come to fruition until one night. Go on, sister, you take it from there. One late night, rainy late night. It was late for me, and I haven't.
Yeah, it was late on the East Coast. I was just
so it was real late for me, right?
Yes. We're both very busy, so we had been wanting to do a project together, and I have written a few books, and her being a visual storyteller, we decided to come together. At the end of 2018, we told ourselves that we would put some of our projects aside. Well, not put any aside, but just
work that thing in.
Yeah, put it in with everything else. And every Sunday, we would get together for a few hours, and we would go over what we'd already written, go over new chapters, new topics. And yeah, like she said, it took 2 years, but we were.
But Tracy, tell them how that first phone call, that first evening, right? Even before we got together, right? Because I had been thinking, that's why we know it was divine. Because I have been wanting to do something. We've been friends, sisters in the gospel, for over 20 years, right? Because I was over in California for like 20 years. Husband's military, another story.
And I'm prior military. I get it.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? And so originally from the East Coast, got shipped out there, right? And so me and Sister Tracy, we've been together, friends for over 20 years. And we always said we wanted to work on something together, but then we got busy and all of that. And then we didn't even speak for a while, right? Because it's just busy. Yes. Every now and then we'll kind of tap in with each other and see how we doing, see awards and all this kind of stuff up on Facebook and everything. But until that one night when you called me originally, remember that? Yeah. That's what I love. Go on, tell it, Miss, tell it.
So it had been 4 years since we'd even seen each other. And it had been on my heart to collaborate with another person. No one ever thinks that being an author is a team sport. You just go in your writing cave and you get it done. But the Holy Spirit had really been dealing with me about collaborating with someone. And I'd seen the different projects that Sister Batten had been getting awards for, and just her she was my girl. We hadn't talked in a while, but her love for life and storytelling was just something that I really wanted to attach myself to. And so I gave her a call and I was like, hey, so, are you in a space where maybe you're available to start a new project? And she had one book under her belt, and she was like, you know what? I think that'll work. That'll work. I think it was like August, and we promised each other that at the beginning of the next year we would start on the project, because we just knew like the end of that year was just toast. But we were like, okay, we promise. I'll call you, you call me. We're gonna do this. It's not gonna be like we're gonna have lunch sometime in the future way.
Near future,
I mean, that was it. And I'm so proud of us because we kept with it. Right?
We did. We persevered for sure.
Yeah.
And that was so divine too, because I happened to be, it was late, but as a writer and all this kind of stuff, we just up late, period. Creatives, all them creatives out there, your audience, y'all know, y'all don't get no sleep. I know you don't. And
it's in the hours.
Yeah. And so we do it with divine connection, just the way, because like you said, it had been a couple of years, and that connection we just picked up as if we never lost any time. And it was just so beautiful and so pure and so sincere, the way the Lord just worked on both of us, enhanced them gifts that we both have for storytelling, and made a phenomenal book. I can't wait for your audience to get this book. You hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. I want to know more about the dream that inspired the book.
Well, okay, I'm going to say this. People of faith know, okay, when they read the book and they be like, girl, this ain't fiction. Because as a prayer warrior or intercessory, you dream, and sometimes those dreams will travel you, and you're actually warring in the spirit, which is taxing on the body in the physical, in the natural. Mm-hmm. So like we wrote on the book, there's a really thin line between the reality and the spiritual realm. So, and like all of my stuff, actually, this was a collaborative, of course, but a lot of my stage plays and all of that, it all comes from dreams. The Lord both of us actually works with us in dreams. Everything just comes in dreams. Inspiration can come from everywhere. But when I dwell on it a little bit, meditate on that thing, pray on it, and it just really comes through, I can see it in dreams. So that's part of, and both of us are dreamers like that, as far as intercessory, warring in the spirit, all of that. Yes.
Yeah.
So how many projects have you both got under? How many books have both of you got now?
I look, like I say, I just put my little pinky toe up in her world. The books is her world. This is where she lives. Okay. So I got actually 3.
Okay.
Yes, 3. But I'm a baby compared to my sis here. Go on, tell them, sis. Go on, give them the number. Don't be shy. Give them the number.
I've written 14 books and a novella, and I'm writing number 16 right now.
Okay. And see, I can relate with you, Tina. I've done 2.
Come on, Swan.
But they were the Confinement Chronicle anthology that Angie B put out. She walked out to me in my living room one day and said, Swan, here's the topic, write it.
See?
She's like, when are you going to write your own book? I can write. If you give me a topic, I can write.
Yes.
Ask me to think about it on my own and just think of something that I think people are going to want to read. I don't have.
Come on now. But that's a powerful 2 or 3 books. Come on now. I'm with you. That's power in them 2 or 3 books. I'm with you.
Meanwhile, Chaconna over there got 5, 6 books?
I'm working on number 9 because I'm in Confinement Chronicles too. So.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm dipping my toe. I'm not even dipping my toes in. It's a pinky.
See, I'm telling you.
But so with that said, like I said, whenever people ask me if I'm going to write a book, I'm always like, well, I don't know what to write about. How do you guys combat that? Even when you're in the middle of writing a book, how do you combat the writer's block, not knowing what to write next?
I don't get writer's block.
Okay.
I don't. I'm working hard to catch up with my imagination. Even while I'm writing a book, a scene may take me somewhere and I'll go, oh, that would be a great book. And there you go. It's like, so even after the one that I'm writing now, I have 4 in my head that where the characters are going, hello, is it my turn yet? And I'm like, no, hold on. So for me, if I start to get a little impatient with how fast a scene is going or dialogue or what have you, sometimes I might shift to another book and write a scene in that book. It's kind of cheating, so don't tell my other characters. But and that will allow me to get back on track with what I'm writing.
And it's funny because like the books I like to read the most, you guys have heard of Dan Brown, right? The author Dan Brown. He wrote The Da Vinci's Code, Angels and Demons,
yes.
The Lost Symbol. All of his books are based off the one main character who has different adventures, because Professor, I think it's Langdon or something, is the main character, and he's in all the books, and none of the books are the same. He's just Indiana Jones type. He's a historical expert professor, and he's able to piece things together. So I like a book where it's not the same, but it's the same character. So you gain a love for that character, and now you want to read the next one and the next one. So I like that that's something that you do, because I haven't seen many books out there where they have the same character and go from one story to the next.
Interesting.
So what do you guys do when you're not writing?
Look.
Why are they not writing? Creatives and writers are always writing. Even if it's on a napkin and you get an idea, you're like, ooh.
I have a little bit of a list, but Tina, you go first. Tina.
I try to I try to get some type of workout regimen going on. I try to do that. I listen to music. Music inspires me. I journal, but that's writing. And then, I try to fit in some sleep somewhere around there. Between all that, I try to get me some sleep, walk on the beach, let the water hit my toes, things like that. I'm inspired by nature. Nature calms me. It centers me, all looking at all the pure things that the Lord has made, and things like that. But I just try to tap out and just get some type of quiet because it's so noisy up in here, just like she said. With the characters and things like that, some speak louder than others, and it's not their turn yet, and you're trying to capture everything, so it gets really noisy. So I try to bring that thing down when I can. It takes a lot of prayer just to do that.
Yeah, I started making jewelry and swag for authors. That tended to be very therapeutic for me. So especially if the book was very deep and pulled a lot out of me, I would just have to go somewhere and just work with my hands, just go on automatic. I started a publishing company, so I do that while I'm not writing. And oh goodness. I get out, I walk. I live on the West Coast, so we have all the beaches. I'm in San Diego, so, you can't go too far.
All the beaches is debatable.
I'm okay.
We're in Florida.
We have many beaches.
Our state's surrounded on 3 sides by beaches.
It's true. That's true. Well, okay. Our beaches stay warmer longer. No.
Miami, it's 80 degrees year round.
Never mind. Okay. I'm
hearing that you like warm beaches, so you can come to Florida. I mean, you got a friend who wants you to be here. I'm just saying.
I know. I'll come. I'll come and visit, and I will share your beach.
There you go. There we go. Compromise. Yes.
Yeah. But I get a little television time in because my husband, he always waits for the movie. Like, I'm like, this book is great. He's like, I'll wait for the movie. And I'm like,
oh my goodness.
That was going to be my next question. Is have you guys given any thought to turning this into a movie or a stage play? Because I heard earlier mention of writing stage plays, and is there any inkling or idea of bringing this to the big screen or small screen?
Releasing as a series, animated, is what we foresee for this. Mm-hmm. Where we can really, you can see all the action and the warring in the spirit, and see all of that, and the enemy, and the ashes, just everything. We think that the Lord dropped in our spirit that animation would be the way to go with this project.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
The singing sword. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Seeing that thing light up and the scriptures all written on it, and yeah, Miss V doing her thing in the spirit.
I think that's also a great way to appeal to the younger generation. I don't know what age group your book is set for, or if there is a specific age group that it's more geared towards, but I love the fact that the animation is what dropped in your spirit, because who don't like cartoons?
Come on
I'm
now.
44 and I watch them every week.
Come on now. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And the age group, because the books, Miss V is a counselor in a academy, a Christian academy, so that's high school age and beyond. Yeah.
Love it.
So, how many people contact you, Tracy, since you're the one that writes all these books? How many people contact you in regards to writing books or partnering up with them to write books? Is it just Miss Tina over here?
No, but she's one of my favorites.
I was going to say, I'm her favorite, though. Look at that. See, we sisters, we connected. She just took it right out my mouth. There we go. Boom.
I saw that eyebrow come down a little, like she better say it.
No, I have partnered with a few authors. Only one other was one-on-one. And the others, we built a town. We created a town together, and all of our books, the scenery and everything was located in this one town. The characters all either originated or came to this town. And so I think it was like 8 to 10 authors who ended up writing their books around this one town that we built, and that was fun. That it drew me into doing a little bit more plotting, because I'm a pantster. I write by the seat of my pants. I write almost like I read. So it's like, oh, that's next. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. I love that. Oh, so like maybe 2 or 3 pages. I'm just 2 or 3 pages ahead of the reader as the writer, and I love writing that way. With Tina, I had to step up my game just a little bit. She's like, "Are we gonna have an outline?" I'm like, "A very loose one." Like, can we just maybe throw a subject matter in there, and then I'll just, we'll just flow it in, and she was very good with that, because she just because of the industry she's in, things come to her, and And then she's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and do that storyboard, and let's go ahead and make sure we've got those scenes down and everything in place. And I'm just like, oh, I like that one, and I like that one. Let's put them together. So it took the compromise.
It looks like we're going to go to a quick break. Everyone stay here. We'll be back in a few.
Be back, y'all.
All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time zone it is for you. My name is Terrell Duckworth. I'm an independent associate with Legal Shield. I retired from the military after 23 years of serving in the United States Air Force. And I started working with a company called Legal Shield. And the reason why I'm here today is I just wanted to let you know what we offer. A lot of people know the name, but they haven't seen the information. So one of the first things I always share with people is it gives you the ability to talk to an attorney without worrying about that high hourly cost. And it's affordable, not just to people individually, but to even small business owners. So what we like to do is share and educate you on why so many people are taking advantage of our services, from getting contracts reviewed, to getting your last will and testament done, your will, your living will, your healthcare power of attorney, and those things. We also help if you are that person that has a heavy foot. And then the last thing I like to share with people on our legal plan is we have a 24/7 coverage, because we know that people get in situations where they wish they wouldn't be, and engaging with law enforcement, and you can pick the phone and enforce your rights right on the spot. Now, for you small business owners, we love to help you out. Look, we're not trying to get rid of the legal services that you already have, but we want to show you a more affordable way to deal with debt collection, contract review. Maybe you got employee situations you need help with. But the bottom line is we have a lot of services we can offer you at an affordable rate. If you get a hold of me, my information is below, duckworth29@gmail.com, or my website's below. It's too long the name, so please look at below. Or you can contact me on my cell phone, 757-344-5496. And I would like to say this. We are looking for more people to help us out and spread the word, meaning you can do what I do, make a living while making a difference. My name's Terrell Duckworth. Thank you so much for listening to my information. And I turn it back over to you, my good friend, Miss Angie B.
If you or someone you know needs help coping with depression, anxiety, or PTSD, overcoming low self-esteem, or managing major life transitions, we invite you to schedule a free consultation call for telehealth clients. Chaconna Downs, licensed clinical social worker, is now accepting new telehealth clients. In the office, too. Schedule a free consultation by calling 386-385-4483. That's 386-385-4483. In the brand new Daytona Beach office as well. 50 to 60 minute individual therapy sessions and a variety of insurance plans are accepted. Couples therapy and coaching is coming soon. We invite you to log on to cjaqis.com. Schedule a free consultation by calling 386-385-4483. That's 386-385-4483. Angie B presents a book signing and meet and greet. Join us Saturday, April 27th, 2024 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Best Western Plus in Kingsland, Georgia. Admission for attendees is free. Pre-order your lunch for only $15. Shop with vendors, purchase books and audiobooks, participate in our many writing workshops, enjoy networking, and so much more. A book signing and a meet and greet takes place Saturday, April 27th, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 1375 Hospitality Avenue, Kingsland, Georgia. For vendor registration, call 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519. We look forward to seeing you there.
All right, Chaconna. So you saw our commercial for the villains.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna bring back.
You see that? Yeah.
I saw yours at the beginning, but it's always the last impression that matters. We're gonna bring back our two guests real quick. We're gonna continue our conversation with them.
Welcome back, ladies.
Hi.
I realized while I was petting the dog that my camera was a little dirty.
Uh-oh. That's what intermission's for. There you go. You work that thing out.
Where you
So, what are your guys' plans after this book? Tina, do you have a book that you want to write now, or are you going to stick to your playwrights?
I'm gonna do it all. What? I got my sis here, so we gonna tackle the world. We're gonna get, overcome all these crazy mountains and stuff and do it. So we have another. Yes. Yes. Yes.
You didn't hear, Swan? It's gonna be a series.
Yes.
How many?
Been talking about it. That we don't know. As many as the Lord say. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think when you have a series, it gives readers a chance to fall in love with the characters even more. Kind of like what you said. You get to know them in different situations, and it just allows for us to develop them even more, get into the nuances of their lives. And so I'm nosy that way. I'm more nosy about my characters than I am about real people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it looks like we've got questions coming in that we can't see, but Miss Angie B has been so kind to apply them at the bottom of the screen for us. And it says, how do you write a book together? Sounds complicated.
It is. It's only as complicated as you let it. So first of all, we were led by the Spirit, and we committed to each other and to the project. Yeah. The Lord gave it to us. He trusted us to do this thing, and we had to go through. Well, like a testimony, you can't have a testimony without going through the test. So we had to go through that thing together the entire time and commit, just like Tracy said earlier, every Sunday, we would just kind of talk back and forth, take notes, and bring that thing all together. So it was constant communication and commitment. Sort of like a marriage. My married people out there in the audience, y'all know what we're talking about, okay? Yeah. Commitment.
Good communication is key.
Yes. Yeah. Took a little compromising too.
Yeah.
Took a little compromising, but we were willing to do that for the sake of the story, and to make sure that we delivered something to the readers that they would not only enjoy, but would minister to them.
Absolutely. And doing so, it ministered to us big time.
Yes. Yeah.
I also love the fact that your guys coming together, writing the book in such a non-conventional way. Most of the time when you think about partnership or doing something together, you think, oh, we're in the same place, the same time, all of that. It just goes to show that you don't have to be. You can be anywhere, um, and still bring together something amazing with a little bit of time and compromise and a commitment.
Yes.
Amen. This is true.
Absolutely.
This is true. We're living proof of it. So, yeah.
So
and there's a lot of hard work, too.
So the next question they hit us with is this a children's book?
I would say that this is a teen plus book. You're dealing with some heavy issues that some of the high schoolers are going through, and then also Miss V herself. So I think we place this as 16 or 15 and up.
Yeah.
Just because of some of the situations, and we just wanted to make sure that it was something that would resonate with the readers.
Yeah.
You guys plan on doing a children's book in the future?
Not me. Unless the Lord say so. Let me not say that. Unless the Lord say so. If he says, Sister Batten, T, you need to do a children's book, guess what? T gonna be doing a children's book.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna hold this clip. And in 5 years, when I see a children's book come from you, like
so far, I get that in my spirit. So for me, not yet. But you talk to her. That's the world right there.
No, I have a couple of friends who have been trying to feed me stories so that I would write a children's book. I was like, why don't you write this book? And they're like, no, you can do it better. You can do it better. It's going to be maybe book number 5 or 6. So I have a little time. I got a couple of years before I step in for a children's book. I think children's books are amazing. If you can find the right illustrator, it comes alive, and you can't help but teach with a children's book.
Yes.
I mean, I think that is truly the foundation. The principle of a children's book is to teach something. And look, I've read a lot of children's books, especially after I was 25.
Come on now. The children's Bible still helps me out. What you talking
about? So they're not just
I love the babies. I love the babies. I may not write a book, but I love the babies.
Yes.
So then somebody asked if Angie B is in the book.
Oh, how cute is that? No, we wrote the book before we knew her, before we met her, but she's a beautiful character.
Yeah.
I love her. And we only met virtually. So not in this book.
Right. She could make an appearance in a
She over there plotting a children's book where in the children's book she's got a swan. Guess who it's based after?
Oh, okay.
There's a princess that rides the swan. Guess who that is?
Okay.
She got a whole children's book based off characters of family members. I'm like, okay.
I like that.
Well, who do you know better?
Right. You can get a lot of material from family. What? A whole lot.
You know who the grumpy old bear is.
Come on now, yes.
And we know who that crazy
I have a
is.
question.
Calling for you to come help them out.
I have a question for you guys. When, and this is from my mind as a counselor and therapist, because I see so many teens in this age group dealing with struggles and all kinds of stuff. When God gave you the vision for this book, did He give you this is what I hope it accomplishes, or was it more of as it came together, this is what we wanted to do kind of thing?
Both.
Right. Go ahead, sis. You want to go?
We were gifted with a few different topics that had to be in the book. besides the overall aspect of prayer and warfare and showing what happened in warfare and what was going on the battlefield. But there were a few that came upon us when, even as we were dealing with other characters, some secondary characters came in and their presence was so deep, maybe like Myra, that we ended up putting in a few different scenes where we had to deal with whatever was going on with them.
Yep. Yeah. And we like to say, just like as a filmmaker and stage play, I always say that the Lord knows what the people need, what they need to hear, what they need to see. And so we're definitely led by that. So he knows what your audience and what everyone needs to hear, see, learn from, grow from, So
Absolutely.
For sure. To God be the glory, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I would say this has been an absolute treat for me because I didn't know what the book was about when I agreed to come and co-host with Swan. And so I'm super excited. I can't wait to grab a copy to add to my library for therapy because I find that a lot of my teenagers and adults who are going through some of the worst things don't really have a strong relationship with God or much of a prayer life. So I think this would be a great way to kind of introduce that to them in a soft way, but still therapeutically to let them know, hey, this is important.
Yeah.
You're right. It need to be in every library for sure as an option, as an option. I agree. You said that, sis.
All right. The next question is, I can't type fast enough to keep up with my brain. Help. So I think it's one of those, your thoughts are, like you were saying earlier, your thoughts are 3 or 4 pages ahead before you actually get to write it down or type it up. How do you keep track?
Sometimes notes. And oh my goodness, I get fantastic scenes in the car, in the shower, and I'm just like, Lord,
we ain't got nothing. The phone, like really, like it's gonna come. You just gonna drop it in my spirit right now, for real, like really, okay,
like perfectly.
You trying to hold on to that thing, like, can I dry off first? Like, wait, you try to rerun that thing over and over again because you don't want to lose nothing.
Right. So I've got notepads all over my house. I have and sometimes, a lot of times I will voice to text just so that I can get it out quickly. And, hopefully my phone doesn't try and be too smart and fill in the blanks when it doesn't quite understand what I'm saying, and I can, go back through and capture that. I type, my mom was a English and typing and shorthand teacher. So I type about 70 words a minute so I can try and keep up, right? But yeah, no, things go by real quick. And I probably could write a book on all of the scenes and dialogue I've lost.
Right.
Because I just didn't get to it fast enough.
It's sad. I've learned to keep journals and everything around. I still do longhand. It's something about putting that pen or pencil to paper. And like you said, shorthand, it be looking like that. And then when I come out of it, I'm like, oh man, what did I write? I can't even read my own handwriting. So when I'm able to, I'll put it in my phone, in my notes. But I love to see that thing written out. And I don't know if your audience saw it was a beautiful mind or whatever. Like I have little index cards up and lines through it. It looked crazy. And my husband, I'd be like, it's a process, B. It's a process. It looks kind of wild. To making sure the relationships, because I'd be like, oh, that's good. That's good. And always thinking about the audience or the reader and putting them first. Oh, man, it's nothing like it. So I would say to the person that's it, just try to capture as much as you can.
Yeah.
And hold on to it. Make a song about it, sing it, repeat it over and over again. Try to visualize that thing. I'd be like, she walked down the street and she went down the street and she went, I mean, just do something to try to hold on to it, a word, some type of association so that it can bring it back to you because it gets busy. You know, the characters are speaking, me, my story, my backstory, and you gotta departmentize that thing and try to capture as much as possible because it's heartbreaking when you lose something.
Yeah.
I've lost some stuff and I'd be like, oh, I should have got out of bed. I was sleeping and I'm like, if I would have only just rolled over, why? My phone was right there. But you in that deep sleep and I ain't want to give it up. So I lost something important. And then you pray that the Lord bring that thing back. I like, please bring it back. That was good. Mm-hmm. That was so good. I couldn't move. I couldn't roll over. So I'd be like, oh.
You didn't want to risk waking up and losing it then.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, woo! You grab what you can.
Yeah.
For the question, grab what you can. Yeah.
So I have a helpful hint for that, and I have another question. One of the things that helps me because I spend a lot of time in my car at my previous job, so I use Google Keep because you can record voice notes, and it will record your actual voice and then do voice to text as well. So it does 2 in 1.
Google,
just a little throw that in for free. Google Keep. You can categorize your notes. You can give them colors, labels, all that. It's great. I use it for everything.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
That was a good nugget.
She over there like, I'm about to have color coordinated characters.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's what I do when I'm doing character development. I'll make a note for that character and type all that stuff out and then add in their background and then another note and attach it. Boom. Side character. And label them, writing, whatever I want to label it, and coloring. They even got patterns in the background. Google, send me some money for that ad. Thank you. But...
Look, okay, I love it. Because look, you see all that? I go through these all the time. I love that. Tracy, you got that?
I do.
Talk about that. Okay, I love that.
Yep, I got it.
So my other question to you ladies is, how do you challenge yourself to be fresh and authentic in your writing? I heard you mention having strings and pens and making sure the relationships and stuff match up. How do you challenge or hold yourself accountable for that authenticity in your writing?
Again, I hate to say redundant, but the Lord knows what topics, what the people are going through, what they need to see to perhaps maybe make a change in their life. So, and me as being a playwright and a filmmaker, a lot of these characters end up drawing from something from me that sometimes I didn't even know I was dealing with, or some past hurt that he'll bring that thing up. And it's amazing. It's just amazing. The whole process is amazing. And he knows what the people are going through.
Yeah.
And then he knows that thing is inside you when you don't even know.
Right.
And now I'm being healed and delivered from something that was deep in that I had. And that's why the writing is so, I don't know what you say. It's just so real. A lot of people have asked me, is this real? Is this a true story? Is this real? And everything, all the stage plays, they always ask me that, and it be a piece of me where I can speak to that thing real, even though it's fiction story, but it's real to other people.
I don't reach out to be challenged. I find that my topics tend to pick me. I'll start out getting deep into my character, and I get to know my character just like you would get to know any other person. And the more I find out the more backstory I get. And sometimes their backstory is so painful, I end up crying.
Yes.
And I'm like, how am I going to type this and see what I'm typing? And, so my topics aren't light. And people usually need, I tell them, take some tissue with you. And I don't, even with the heavier topics, I'm not allowed to gloss over them. And so the Lord has me deal with topics of churches abusing people's spiritual gifts. And so they find a person with a spiritual gift and they're like, oh, this is amazing. This is wonderful. This is great. But instead of going to the Lord themselves and not seeing that gift as rare, because they're not, they go to that person and use them up or abuse them. And so some things like that, and taking it to the nth degree. So it is, and sometimes it's choosing to transition rather than to be here, and understanding the reward that is in the transition. And I've had to write that, and I was like a 5-year-old with a tantrum going, Lord, I don't want to write that. I want a happy story. I want daisies and pixies and, and the Lord was like, you wanted to be a writer and this is what I've given you. And it's like, oh, okay. And I'll procrastinate and I'll be like, have you changed your mind? And I'm like, I'm like, okay, I guess that's what I'm writing. So, and once I'm done, I'm like, okay, that's bomb, God. And he's like, don't talk to me.
And I want to add, life is challenging in itself. Just life. Going through your day to day is just challenging. What's the scripture? 1,000 years. I love that scripture from 2 Peter. One day is this of 1,000 years, and 1,000 years in a day in the Lord. So you imagine the highs and lows, ups and downs. You had no idea I was going to wake up and go through what I went through in this one day. That's challenging enough, just living life.
All right, ladies. Well, it looks like we're coming up on time. Tina, you're going to be at the book signing.
I will, representing us.
And then when I ship my mom off to Cali, she got somebody to look forward to.
I'll show her all the spots.
There you go.
I've never been west of the Mississippi, but I've been to 27 countries.
Okay.
Again, I was Army.
That's okay.
So before we head out, any last final comments? Try to speak to our audience. Anything that's coming that you want to get off your chest before we go?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that we do have a surprise at the end of the Prayer Warrior. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we put it together and we just had to pat ourselves on the back. So there is a surprise at the end of the Prayer Warrior, and readers get to kind of choose how they take their surprise.
Okay.
Love it. Y'all just got to get this book. You hear me?
So I can't wait to get it.
It's going to be a competition between me and Chaconna on who gets it first. I'm just saying. Does it land in Jacksonville or Daytona first?
You paid for mine, so whenever you get it, we gonna get
it. You heard that.
I'll pay for it, but you're going to have to come up here to Jacksonville to pick it up and have a tea party with the wife.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, ladies. Well, it was great seeing y'all. It's good to meet you, ladies. I look forward to hopefully seeing you at the book signing. Hopefully, I am able to make it. But it was great having you, ladies. Thank you.
It was a pleasure. We thank you for the invite. We look forward to seeing you. And to your audience, catch the book on www.theprayerwarriorbook.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Keep us posted on the animated series too. I can't wait for both.
Absolutely. Have us back. We'll let you know all about it.
It's one of those, be careful. I got people that have an animated series coming on Netflix. So, I mean, we might be able to see it there.
That's what I'm talking about. You done spoke that. I like that. Yes. I received that.
Yes.
That was
all
good.
Right, ladies. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you. Blessings, everybody.